Good Tuesday morning, friends. I hope this finds you well. It's going to get warmer as the week goes on. That's a good thing for us, right? We continue to talk about Jesus, folks, and him. And today we're going to talk about cousins. I've got to tell you, I've got some of the most wonderful cousins in the world. On my mom's side, I've got my cousin Pat and my second cousin Murphy and Murphy's kids. On my dad's side, I've got Eric and Todd. Eric's gone on to be with God, and Valinda and Cassandra and Dana and Marion's kids, and there's a bunch of us in the Bell side, and we're so thankful for God's blessings. Hadn't been perfect, hadn't been great, but they're family, and there are things they know about me and I know about them that other people don't, and we love each other. Well, Jesus had a cousin. Now, we don't know if it was a first cousin or a second cousin. The relationship words aren't exactly what we would expect. But he had a cousin who was older than him, John the Baptist. And when John was born, it was a miracle, not like Jesus' miracle, but a little bit different from that. Because John's parents were too old to have kids. Let me read to you from Luke chapter 1. When it was time for Elizabeth to have her baby, she gave birth to her son. Her neighbors and relatives heard that the Lord had shown her great mercy, and they shared in her joy. On the 8th day, they came, to circumcise the child, and they were going to name him after his father Zechariah. But his mother spoke up and said, "No, he is to be called John." They said to her, "There is no one among your relatives who has that name." Then they made signs to his father to find out what he would like to name the child. He asked for a writing tablet, and to everyone's astonishment, he wrote, "His name is John." Then it goes on and talks about Zechariah's song and his praise to God. And then it says in verse 80, "And the child grew and became strong in spirit, and he lived in the wilderness until he appeared publicly to Israel." You are a relative to people. You are a friend to people. And your job is just to be you. When God's ready, God will put you in the position and situation to do God's will. You need to be ready for that. But you need to rest in the fact that God's got you. Okay? May all your cousins and friends and you have a wonderful day. We love you. Prayer at 10.